let's go through some more. This is very, very hard for me to address these music rumors because I just see a shirt. It doesn't tell me what is being said about it. So if I had a question, I would have an answer, but it's hard for me to address exactly. What I will say is all these rumors, they're not actually proving any of them. Green Day. I saw a Green Day shirt. Of course, it says American Idiot. So I'll respond by saying that I always like Nimrod better. But at least you're saying American. I've been listening to Green Day for a long time. At the time, had all their albums. I don't know what is being said, but I point out to you that whoever is taking claim or whatever's happening right now, not that it's like some obscure band, they're from where I'm from. They're from the Bay Area. So I don't know. I'll have to look it up to see. If you're referencing that I had said that Green Day got its title, I had heard by their principal telling them they're never going to make it. It would be a Green Day in hell before they made it. Of course, they were probably pretty rough back then, but they made it, and they named themselves Green Day as sort of a fuck you to him. Okay, so I'll try to look that up and back that. Joe Coy, I had a shirt that was a heart and it had headphones, and I think you guys made up some story behind that. That's actually a comedian shirt, and it's Joe Coy's shirt. Can't do the improv. Well, that's what that was about. Tupac. I don't get to know, but I'll say this. I think you guys are trying to say I'm trying to pull a Tupac of being like, they're after me and they're going to kill me, and then, you know, he dies and then there he's validated, and then you're saying he's still alive. I don't know if you're saying that I'm saying that. Dude, I don't fucking know. I don't know the guy. Sorry. I mean, if you want to look into his albums, there's some references that seem like it's possible, but I don't know. People said they spotted him and whatnot. You know, I'll say this. I mean, he's either in hiding because he was right, or he's dead because he was right. So, you know, I don't know what the other connection you're making. Maybe you spent time in the ghetto of Marin. I don't know. It's really hard for me to address things. So, what I will say is, you guys at one point said that I had said that whatever team was winning, then that's the one that I root for. And I pointed out that's actually funny, because if you're making the connection to, and I'd have to know to already know this, if you're making the connection then to Tupac in Hearts of Men, he samples Richard Pryor, and it's the bit where he's like, whatever guy is winning, he's talking about gangs. He's like, there were gangs in town, about 5 of them. I was in all of them. Whichever one was winning, that's my guy. Okay, and so I'm just pointing out you're referencing yourself here with your shit. But I'd have to know that. Subwoofers. I had subwoofers in my car. You may or may not have said that they were new. We can't prove that because they weren't. They were actually secondhand as well. But I did install them myself. You can't prove that I had them installed because I had done it. And at some point you mentioned Led Zeppelin, of course, Stairway to Heaven, which is fucking generic shit, dude. And I'm like, it's more like Whole Lot of Love. But I actually used Whole Lot of Love too when I tested my stereo, so I could hear it, because it goes wow, and you can make sure everything's working. You're saying something about Pantera. I only like Pantera because of Matt. Oh yeah, Matt, who I haven't caught lying by now. All right. But I point out to you, if you have footage, then you see this big skull in the background. And that skull is for Rush. And I hate Rush. So I'm loving bands, straight up. He was like, I'm going to get a Rush tattoo. And I was like, and you are going to be touching yourself then. Because I really don't like Rush. I'm sorry. And I know that people are diehard Rush fans. I don't give a shit, dude. I can't handle his voice. Gene Gaddy is too much for me, too high. think at some point you said that I said that Courtney Love killed Kurt. I don't even think that. No, why? Well, I think she was in rehab at the time, and he escaped and went into the greenhouse and held a shotgun between his toes, supposedly. But here's the thing, he had been clean, and then he's getting out and he's doing all this heroin. I don't think he's going to be able to balance. That's like a balancing act. And there were no prints on the gun. Want to tell me how that happened? I think he was murdered. I think it had to do with the Illuminati. Let's take it further, guys. Why? Just because you're paranoid don't mean they're not after you. He thought people were after him. And he seems like one of their sacrifices for sure. Slipknot and Korn. I think Sarah Brett tried to cite this. I was just irritated with her, man, and so I go, you know, why don't you go off and listen to your Slipknot and your Korn? And she was like, see, you do know me, you know the bands I like. And I was laughing, dude. I was like, actually I didn't. I just picked, like, what is misery chick music? Slipknot and Korn. You know what I mean? Like, shops at Torrid, like, hangs out at the mall, like, fucking hates on everything, wears like an oversized black fucking band t-shirt, and like fucking whatever. No, that's just her type. So it was a guess, and then it ended up being right, which was even funnier. Okay. My friend Nick works for Different First Studios, back when I had friends. And I don't know if he denied it or not, but he's an audio engineer for some known artist and whatnot. Incubus. I think you guys were saying something about someone introducing me to Incubus recently, and I point out back in France, I'm talking about how Aqueous was one of my favorite. Probably, I hate saying favorite song, but probably my favorite song. That's by Incubus. That would have been fair. And, well, you're saying that Elliot Smith thing was just another conspiracy that I'm believing, and I'm like, I mean, you're just looking at the evidence, man. You look at the fact that his girlfriend was in the bathroom not cooperating with police. You look at the fact that the angle of the knife was at an angle that's not self-inflicted, that he had defense wounds, and that this extremely well-written, eloquent man misspelled his own name on his suicide letter.